green flag is flying on the Rideau Canal Skateway in time for New Year's Eve. It is the first December opening on the world's largest skateway since 2018. Good afternoon. This is CTV News at 5. I'm Patricia Bowl. It is a cold way to kick off the new year, but for skaters in Ottawa, it's also a familiar one. Thanks to a recent cold snap, the Rideau Canal Skateway opened today, and the Prime Minister was one of the first on this morning, testing the ice alongside his wife. CTV's Caitlin Wilson was out on the canal early today, too, and a lot of people were joining you.
Yeah, and it was definitely a cold one out there today, but it didn't stop anyone from hitting the ice, including the Prime Minister, who joined skaters for the opening, saying it's something he looks forward to every year. As soon as the green flag went up, skaters stepped onto the canal for the first time this season, bundled up and braving temperatures this morning that felt like -20. And for some, skating the canal is an annual tradition, and for many, it was the first New Year's resolution of the year, getting outside and getting moving. The NCC opened the 3.4-kilometer stretch of the Skateway from Somerset West to the Bank Street Bridge. For the first time, it's opened this early in 7 years. And for Mark Carney, it's also his first skate as Prime Minister.
It's fantastic. We had a tough year a few years ago where we barely had any. And look, everyone's out. Everyone's full of New Year's resolutions and skating, and this is Ottawa at its best, Canada at its best.
And due to the rehabilitation of the Patterson Creek Bridge, the Patterson Creek skating area will be closed this season. A temporary staircase has been added close to Monkland Avenue. As for the rest of the canal, the NCC doesn't have a set date on when it will open, only to say hopefully soon, and that the team will be out flooding the ice every night for many days to come. Patricia?
We need that downtown portion so we can skate all the way to work.
Exactly.
Fingers crossed for that. Thank you for this, Caitlin. CTV's Caitlin Wilson live for us tonight. Well, whether heading out on the town or staying in tonight, people across Ottawa are preparing to bring in the new year. CTV's Dylan Dyson was out today, seeing how people were spending their final day of 2025. Dylan.
Well, Patricia, if they weren't out skating on the canal today, many were making last-minute food and drink pickups and taking in the last days of the holiday season. The Ottawa Christmas Market, a busy spot as well today, marking its final day open for the season, but it plans to go out with a bang. Lansdowne is the only spot in Ottawa with a public fireworks display at midnight tonight. Christmas Market is a free option and open until 1 a.m. with fireworks going off over TD Place. Many bars and restaurants already booked out for the night as well. And whether they are spending it out on the town or at home, everyone has their own way of celebrating the new year.
Our mother always makes us sing that old Lang Syne song,
yeah.
in the circle. In the circle, hold hands and do a little,
grandma.
Yeah, and our little rock, but we're not so much fans of it.
I'll be eating 12 grapes under the table. Kind of 12 grapes, one for each month for different things that you want to happen throughout the year. New Year's Day, my family, we always have, it's kind of a Greek tradition where we have a cake and we have a little coin in the cake. And whoever wins that coin, you kind of get good luck for the rest of the year.
And if you are heading out tonight, OC Transpo is free beginning at 6 p.m. for the night on all trains and buses. And for tomorrow, OC Transpo will operate on a Sunday schedule. You can visit our website to see a list of all the things to do tonight and tomorrow all across Ottawa. Patricia.
And for you, Dylan, a little hand-holding an old Lang Syne or no?
I'll be lucky to make it to midnight tonight.
Yeah, new parent. All right. CTV's Dylan Dyson live for us this evening. Well, the Governor General is praising Canadian solidarity and sense of national pride this year in her New Year's message to the country.
This past year, I witnessed extraordinary solidarity unfold across our country in the unity of communities affected by wildfires, in your unprecedented economic cooperation, and in the revitalization of Indigenous cultures and languages. In 2025, I saw Canada as a nation that is courageous, inclusive, and committed to building peace. And through it all, a resounding sense of national pride.
You will want to bundle up if you are heading out on New Year's Eve tonight as cold temperatures grip the capital for the start of 2026. A stretch of below seasonal temperatures continuing in Ottawa with an overnight low of -18 tonight, followed by overnight lows in the -20-degree range the next 4 nights. The normal low for this time of year is -14. However, Environment Canada suggests temperatures will warm up next week as we return to work and school after the Christmas break.
And so as we head into the new year, it's going to get colder and colder. But it's very brief because I do see a milder trend as we head into next week.
The average temperature in Ottawa this month is minus 8.9. Environment Canada says this has been the coldest December in Ottawa since 2017. Well, here's a look at what is open and closed in Ottawa New Year's Day tomorrow. Ottawa City Hall and all client service centres will be closed. There will not be any curbside green bin garbage recycling collection, with pickup delayed by 1 day. OC Transpo buses and the O train will run on a Sunday schedule. All malls in Ottawa will be closed. That includes the Rideau Centre. Some grocery stores will be open tomorrow. Passport offices, though, will not. Service Canada locations all closed. A full list is available on our website, ctvnewsottawa.ca. Well, your New Year's resolution should include a carbon monoxide alarm in your home. Starting January 1st, changes to the Ontario Fire Code require a working carbon monoxide alarm on every level of any residence with a gas-burning appliance, including a furnace or stove. Under the current rules, a carbon monoxide detector is required only outside every sleeping area. The new year means the introduction of some new rules at grocery stores. The voluntary grocery code of conduct will roll out tomorrow. It's a response to contentious fees being charged by suppliers, by large grocery retailers. While it does not address the rising cost of food for consumers, it does aim to promote fair dealings between grocers and their suppliers. Bring more transparency to the industry. As of tomorrow, grocers, suppliers, and other members will be able to submit formal complaints. The Office of the Canada Grocery Code will also start collecting annual membership dues. Ottawa police say no criminal charges will be laid after a school bus caused damage to Queckie Point. The National Capital Commission said damage was discovered on Whispering Point on December 3rd. That's the wooden shelter you can sit underneath while looking out over the Ottawa River. The NCC said surveillance footage showed a school bus illegally driving on the pathway. Police tell CTV News Ottawa that following an investigation, no charges have been filed. No serious injuries were reported after an individual sprayed a noxious substance inside a Tim Hortons in Ottawa's East End. Emergency crews responded to a call at the Tim Hortons on Montreal Road at the Vanier Parkway around 5:30 yesterday afternoon. Police say someone sprayed the substance and consumers were evacuated as a precaution. One person was treated at the scene by paramedics. The intersection of Hunt Club Road and Riverside Drive continues to be the most dangerous intersection in Ottawa. 87 collisions have been reported at the intersection in Ottawa's South End this year. There were 54 collisions at the intersection of Blair Road and Ogilvie Road, and 50 crashes at Greenbank and Strandherd Drive. New stats from Ottawa Police show there have been 19,300 crashes on Ottawa roads this year. That's up 2% from 2024. A driver stopped for an expired license plate permit on Highway 417 owed $27,000 in outstanding fines. Ontario Provincial Police say an officer stopped a driver after an automated license plate recognition reader discovered the plate permit had expired. Police say the vehicle was not insured and the driver had thousands of dollars in outstanding fines. Motorists are reminded your plate permit will not automatically renew if you owe money for tickets or if you do not have insurance. Well, it was a scary close call with a wrong-way driver on a highway in Kitchener this week.
It is very frightening. It's kind of scary, but hopefully no one got injured or killed.
Chance Doolittle was driving to work Monday morning when he saw another vehicle driving east in the westbound lanes. It's not clear how far the motorist drove on the wrong side of the highway. Both Ontario Provincial Police and Waterloo Police said they did not receive any calls about the incident.
McDonald's not opening their door is not a police issue. This is an inappropriate call for 911.
Well, coming up on CTV News at 5, 911 is for emergencies only. We get a chuckle from some of the silliest calls to 911 in British Columbia this year. And our Jackie Perez is joining us with a look at this very cold weather forecast into the new year. Jackie.
That's right, Patricia. Very cold indeed, but today's chilly winds were much calmer than what we saw yesterday. This will change, though, later tonight. So, yes, it will be one of the coldest nights heading into the new year. The wintry conditions continue to linger in parts of the province, which has prompted watches and warnings. So here in eastern Ontario, especially along the Seaway at Kingston and Brockville, a snow squall watch in effect, 5 to 10 centimeters of snowfall and reduced visibility possibility. That's going to be starting this evening and into just past midnight. Right now, temperatures across the region sitting between -10, -10 degrees. No flurries in sight right now, but this will change later this evening. We'll have a closer look at your long-term forecast in just a bit.
All right, Jackie, thank you. And here's what you need to know. You can ring in the new year with the Ottawa Senators. The Senators are hosting the Washington Capitals tomorrow at 1 p.m. For tickets, you can visit CanadianTireCentre.ca. .911 dispatchers have heard it all, and as 2025 comes to a close, operators in one province are sharing the most unusual occasions that put their patients to the test. CTV's Andrew Johnson on some of the silliest supposed emergency calls.
911, do you need police, fire, or ambulance?
At British Columbia's busiest 911 dispatch center, every call could involve a life or death situation.
We can have anything like stabbings or shootings, assaults, very high priority calls.
And every call could also be a big waste of time.
Okay, so you landed at the airport and then you're trying to get into your Airbnb, but the door is locked. Are you safe right now? Okay, well, unfortunately, because it's not an emergency, we won't be able to assist you with it.
ECOM in BC handles more than 2 million 911 calls per year. Its target is to answer 95% of those calls within 5 seconds.
911.
So they'd rather you not call if someone stole your parking spot.
Sorry, so you're calling 911 because you wanted to take a parking spot, but somebody else took your parking spot, but then you saw that this person wasn't going into Starbucks, they were actually using that parking spot to go into Fraser Mart.
Don't like your haircut? Take it up with your stylist.
What are you wanting police to do?
If you're being harassed by a hornet, call the exterminator, not 911.
Okay, are you, safe, I guess, besides the hornet being there?
When it feels like gridlock is going to be the end of you, resist the urge.
You don't call 911 for a traffic report. That's inappropriate use of this.
Finally, it can feel life or death if you're about to miss your flight, but first responders can't do anything about your oversized carry-on.
Well, unfortunately, the police can't help you with that. If that's the rule of the airline, you have to follow the rule of the airline.
Honorable mentions this year go to the person who was looking for emergency help when their dishwasher wouldn't work, and the caller who was upset Walmart wouldn't allow them to return their air fryer. There's always 2026. Andrew Johnson, CTV News, Vancouver.
Don't call your parents either. Jeez. Well, as people gather to ring in the new year, health experts say it is important not to bring along an uninvited guest in the form of the flu. Canada has been seeing flu test positivity levels higher than any of the last 3 respiratory virus seasons. The last figures, published by Public Health Ontario before a holiday pause, showed even higher levels in this province, particularly among children and youth. Infectious disease experts say it's not too late to get the flu shot and other seasonal vaccines, but if you are already sick, it's best to stay home and avoid spreading whatever infection you may have.
Winner, Canyon.
Well, someone in Ontario is holding a lottery ticket worth $80 million. Details on where that ticket was sold just ahead. And here's what you need to know. You can ring in the new year at the Ottawa Christmas Market at Lansdowne. Tonight's events include a DJ skate starting in about a half hour from now. Fireworks at 11:55 p.m. For more information, you can visit the Ottawa Christmas Market website. We want to take another look at your New Year's forecast. And Jackie, I have to say, I was freezing walking home last night, but this morning out on the Rideau Canal, all bundled up, I didn't mind the cold so much.
Probably because you got a lot of that sunshine, Patricia. I was talking to a lot of people out there on the canal. We did say bundle up because it's going to be cold to start things off. But with that sun moving, that hot chocolate and that beaver tails, really, it was an enjoyable day for opening day on the canal. So here we are looking forward to some sunshine for tomorrow, but a blip of Arctic air expected to bring some more of the coldest New Year's Day temperatures we've seen in years. But here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. -9 is what we're sitting at right now, showcasing Parliament Hill and Chateau Laurier. If you've got New Year's Eve plans, Lansdowne the place to be. Fireworks in the skies for later this evening. Bundle up, though. This is an idea of what you can expect for New Year's Eve. So it's going to be about -13 around 9 p.m. few flurries making its way through eastern Ontario, including here in Ottawa. A few flurries will continue in the midnight hour. Minus 15, feeling more like minus 22. But we did mention the sunshine for New Year's Day. We're going to get lots of this for tomorrow, but it's going to feel closer to about minus 22 really throughout the day, and we are going to get some heavy wind gusts moving through as well. So keep an eye on this. It will be one of the coldest New Year's Day we've seen in quite some time. Now, meanwhile, our friends in the Seaway, flurries overnight. There is the risk of snow squalls as well. So if you are out on the roads, take care and take caution when you are along the 401 because it is reducing visibility. Minus 15 for the overnight low, minus 11 for the daytime high for our New Year's Day. And friends in the valley, minus 23 for overnight. Few clouds in the sky, not much in terms of flurries. It's really concentrated in the southern part of the region. And minus 15 is going to be the daytime high, mainly sunny skies. As we look towards the next several days into the weekend, we are anticipating some clear skies, not much in terms of rain, freezing rain, or snow. So it's going to be dry conditions for the next several days. But it is the temperatures that are going to remain nice and cold. Minus 25 overnight into our Friday, minus 12 cloudy skies. Saturday, sunshine, minus 16 the daytime high. So we are going to have a lot of minus double-digit temperatures. It won't be until Monday where we will see about minus 6 for the daytime high. Patricia.
As a lot of us get back to routine on the Monday, so not so bad. Jackie, thank you very much. We want to take a look at what you are looking at online right now as we head over to our big screen here. Check our CTV News Ottawa website. Certainly, if you're planning ahead for tonight in terms of the forecast that Jackie just went through, all of the details are online. What is open and closed tomorrow in Ottawa, and some other stuff as well. This at Queckie Point, originally, some people thought maybe this was caused by a snowplow. In fact, we are told by the NCC it was a school bus that was not supposed to be driving along here that scraped through there. All of the detail on there online and all of the other news of the day. The last bit of news for 2025. You can check it out right there. Well, coming up, the stars of tomorrow take to the ice at Canadian Tire Centre as the Bell Capital Cup winds down. And here's what you need to know. You have 4 nights left to enjoy the magic of lights at Wesley Clover Parks. Enjoy the dazzling light display from the comfort of your car. For tickets, you can visit magicoflights.com. Saturday will be the final night. And if you are out and about wanting to fill up, tonight your cheapest gas price can be found at the McEwen on Heron Road, where gas is selling for $1.15.6 a litre. Taking a look at your roads tonight, this is the good kind of drive home. You're getting set to either welcome the new year on your couch or head back out and do something fun. Traffic volume pretty light out there tonight.
Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
Well, taking a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam, you're looking at a very cold New Year's Eve evening tonight. Well, it's -9 right now. It is going to dip down and get colder, down to -18. With the wind, it's going to feel worse. We are talking about a risk of frostbite tonight and into tomorrow as well, when the daytime high will be -15. There will be some sun, but you still need to certainly think about bundling up. And here's what we're working on for 6 o'clock. The green flag is flying on the Rideau Canal Skateway.
Everyone's out. Everyone's full of New Year's resolutions and skating, and this is Ottawa at its best, Canada at its best.
Everyone really was out. The Prime Minister joining thousands of residents and visitors for a New Year's Eve skate on the Rideau Canal. CTV's Caitlin Wilson will join us from the canal with what you need to know if you are heading out tomorrow or in the foreseeable future.
Kind of 12 grapes, one for each month for different things that you want to happen throughout the year.
Well, the countdown is on to 2026 in Ottawa. We look at how people are getting ready to ring in the new year, including the only spot with fireworks in the National Capital Region.
So we launched in 2021, and last July, I think we hit 1 million Loud Cups sold.
You can drink from it and also make sounds with it. We introduce you to the owner and creator of the Loud Cup here in Ottawa. Now the final 5 other local stories we are following, including the final day of action at the Bell Capital Cup. The championship games in the competitive divisions are being played at Canadian Tire Centre throughout the day. The Senators Outaouais beat the Ottawa Valley Silver 6-0 this morning. More than 280 teams from Ottawa, across Canada, the U.S., Korea, Japan, and Kazakhstan have participated in this year's tournament. The final game coming up at 7 o'clock tonight.
Chips it ahead for Hayes. McKenna calling for it. The lead pass finds McKenna. In comes McKenna. Oh, he scores!
Canada can lock up first place in its group tonight at the World Junior Hockey Championship in Minnesota. Canada faces Finland at 8:30. The Canadians clinch first place with the win and will finish second in the group if they lose, with the quarterfinals set for Friday. You can catch all the action on TSN. Team Canada unveiled its roster for the 2026 Men's Olympic Hockey Tournament this afternoon. There are no Ottawa Senators on the list. The 25-player roster includes Sidney Crosby, Connor McDavid, Nathan McKinnon, and Macklin Celebrini. This is the first group of NHL players to represent Canada at the Games since 2014. Canada opens the Olympic tournament on February 12th against Czechia. Several Ottawa residents have been appointed to the Order of Ottawa. Ottawa cancer researcher Dr. John Bell has been appointed an officer of the Order of Canada. Bell says he's deeply humbled by the honor. Other appointees include restaurateur Stephen Bechta, who owns Bechta, Gezellig and Play Food and Wine, former Carleton University President Roseanne Runte, and former clerk of the Privy Council Janice Charette were also appointed.
Winner, Gagnon.
And what a way to end the year and start the new one. Someone in London, Ontario is holding a lottery ticket worth $80 million. OLG says there was one winning ticket in last night's Lotto Max draw. It is the largest single jackpot won by a lottery player in the province of Ontario. Friday's Lotto Max jackpot will now be not quite as exciting, worth just $46 million. What can you do with that? Well, that is CTV News at 5. I'm Patricia Bowl. Be sure to join me for CTV News at 6. The early edition of CTV National News on this New Year's Eve with John Benavali Rao starts right now.